Hello everyone from Harrods, and here we are in the toilets at Harrods on the second floor. And who would have thought, just like in all the major chain of hotels in the world, for example Hilton and so on, they have got these sleeping mirrors, which I thought they are so hilarious, so I decided to film myself in there. I find this very amusing, and yes, whenever you find this kind of toilets, you have to film yourself, don't you? Well, there I am arriving at Harrods at Knightsbridge Tube Station, accessing Harrods via the corner from Brompton Road. And we decided to come again because I haven't been here for quite some time. Last time I remember it was during a sale some years ago, and the staff in the perfume section was so rude, ungrateful to the many customers who are there purchasing a perfume. So hearing what they were discussing about, I decided not to come back. So on this occasion I came with my other half, hoping to be protected somehow from rude conversation and rude customer service, and I was a bit fortunate. Well, not entirely, and more to be explained later on. And we decided to start with the ground floor, and of course going first to the perfume section, because they have got some amazing perfumes here, and sometimes you have got very good value for money perfumes like Creed or Amouage. I remember I purchased Amouage some years ago when they started arriving in the UK some 15 years ago, and they had a great value for money. And nowadays, of course, Creed, Amouage and so many other perfumes are so expensive at Harrods. And as you saw there, the floor plan, which is good to know when you go to Harrods and you want to access very fast the 8 floors they are having with 10 entrances, many staircases and escalators. This being the area I like the most, of course, is in the central part of Harrods. It's very beautiful here, and from here you can access easily all the floors with all the many designers you can find here. And is carnage in sales, because I used to come here all the time, so I know what I'm talking about. On this occasion we are not going to spend much time in the clothing area, because I'm very fussy, and once I identify something I tend to stay there for quite some time, because I have got so many clothes, and especially since my clothing is personalized or especially made for me, I'm very fussy what I'm going to get. Going upstairs, we are going to access the technology floor. Why? Because my other half, who was with me, is very interested in TVs and mobile phones and all the other stuff, CCTV and cameras and so on. Here it is, the gorgeous ceiling. You are seeing it is so beautiful. They are having renovations at this moment in time at Harrods, and everything was so beautifully organized. You don't even understand there is a renovation going on on most of the floors, because you can't hear any noises, and they are beautifully covered by panels and doors and everything. So if you do not know the Harrods, you're not going to understand that. Right, well, we are on the technology floor now, and as you can see here, these are some specifications of the new TVs. They are being sold here, so indeed are very expensive, and probably in some 5-10 years time something more accessible is going to be available for all the viewing public. Well, I still believe that the future is in 3D viewing, where you have to have space in front of your TV, 3 by 3 meters for example, and action will be happening on your floor without the need of the special glasses. So it will be like kind of 3D, as if you have got those actors performing in your front room. We are now in the homeware section, where I like to come all the time because although I have got so much bedding, I like changing my bedding all the time in all kind of colors and designs, anything from silk, satin to cotton, floral, plain, whatever, and I like seeing the latest trends, and sometimes I like buying something which is great value for money. And afterwards we are going to go to the china and tableware section. I couldn't resist not to film myself in these slimming mirrors, which I think they're hilarious. So I know that not many places have got mirrors like this, so yeah, I had to film that, as I said earlier on. This china and tableware section is simply amazing, and it reminds me of the gorgeous sets I found in museums around the world, with my favorite being the Habsburg collection I came across in Vienna, which of course the design is simply amazing, and it was very avant-garde at that moment in time. Nowadays everyone can buy it, you just have to make a bit of effort if you like this kind of stuff. From here we are going to go back to the ground floor because I always end my shopping stopping in the food section, and of course there are lots of changes everywhere in Harrods and on the ground floor too. And there I had to stop at Neuhaus because I like my chocolates. I'm very fussy, but I can't resist Manon Cafe from Neuhaus, and although they're very expensive, for example, for 100 grams you pay I think close to £10, so you get only 4 chocolates, but you can't eat them all in one go because they are so rich. And of course another stop at La Durée to have my macaroons. On this occasion the trip has been shadowed by the poor attitude of the guy from the Neuhaus counter, so it was very disappointing. The floor manager was very understanding, very helpful, and I explained what happened, and he said, yeah, this is not acceptable. So what a pity my trip has been shadowed by this experience. And afterwards, upon leaving, we decided to also stop at Zara briefly, and I identified several pieces I would have liked to get. Again, a terrible experience at Zara, and the floor manager was the one who was very rude to me. And until now I'm waiting for Zara head office to come back to me to address that complaint, but they didn't come back to me, so 24 hours later. It's very disappointing. And I read the reviews online about Zara, and it looks like all over the world people have very bad experiences with Zara. Here we are, the chocolates. Yes, I have forgotten to mention, we always buy some kind of chocolates from here. They're very nice. I like experimenting with this kind of stuff. And what a pity they stopped stocking old Amsterdam cheese. Is the only cheese I like, so they stopped stocking at Harrods. So only Selfridges, I think, and Waitrose have this kind of cheese. I'm very fussy about my food. What can I say? This is my DNA. I don't like eating much stuff. So if I like eating a few bits and bobs, they have to be according to my taste. So there you have it. I hope all this information was of any help to you to know where to go and what to avoid if you like having only good experiences. Thank you for watching, and as ever, have a very nice day. Bye!